Hello, Sofa Squad, and welcome back to the damn sofa. That's the damn sofa, and that's my damn sassy sidekick, Mr. Roscoe P. Coltrane, and my damn name's Paul. Now, today on the damn sofa, we are going to be continuing our discussion, our cringe fest, whatever you want to call it, of Diane Downs. Now, a lot of you, so when I did the first one, so spoiler alert, there is a part 1 to this. If you haven't seen it, I suggest watching it first, then coming back here. You also get to see Roscoe's little commercial in part 1. So there is that. Anyways, a lot of you, when I was like, do you want me to keep going? You were like, oh my God, yes, spill. And a lot of you were talking about continuing on with this Oprah interview. So what I want to do for this particular video is just focus on finishing out the Oprah interview. And what I'm talking about is when Oprah Winfrey had Diane Downs via like prison cam or whatever, and Ann Rule. Ann Rule wrote the book Small Sacrifices about the Diane Downs case. So there's that. So I've just gone through and I picked out the rest of the clips that I thought stood out to me. We're going to watch a clip. I'm going to make commentary, so on and so forth. Now, I always want to give a shout out to everybody here at the Sofa Squad who makes the Sofa Squad possible and the place to be. Thank you so much. It would not be possible without you. I wouldn't be able to make the content that I do. And I thank you. Roscoe thanks you, has now jumped down here, and the damn sofa thanks you. And now let's also go ahead and make some room on the sofa for today's sponsor. Y'all, welcome back to the damn sofa, HelloFresh. All right, y'all, we're back at it with HelloFresh, and I am super excited this week because I'm trying all new meals. HelloFresh's newest menu release includes Mediterranean recipes that are filled with fresh fruits and veggies, nuts, olive oils, and fiber-packed whole grains for nourishing balance. For the meal I cooked today, I cooked the herb grilled chicken with Old Bay shrimp, and it was amazing. HelloFresh recipes include pre-portioned ingredients that mean less prep for you and less wasted food. Each meal has a super easy, foolproof, step-by-step recipe. Y'all, the recipes are so easily laid out that if I can do it, I know you can. HelloFresh also cuts back on time spent in the kitchen with meals ready in about 30 minutes or less. Now, another thing that I think is really cool is HelloFresh's line of kid-friendly recipes is great if you have one of those like picky eaters at your household. This is a great thing for families looking to try something new while school's out for the summer and you got a house full of kids. So with it being summertime, Matt and I have been going to our little camper spot at the beach. And another thing I really love about HelloFresh is all you have to do is update your delivery address. We've done this a couple of times, and then you can enjoy your HelloFresh while you're on vacation. And this helps you keep up with your goals and maintain whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So as far as my goals go, I'm still sticking to my diet and doing really well on it. And HelloFresh makes that really easy. I don't have to stick to these like really boring low calorie foods. HelloFresh calorie smart offerings like sweet and spicy apricot chicken or cheesy spinach and mushroom stromboli, y'all, they are going to fill your belly up and keep you happy, and also they are so tasteful. It's easy to eat well with HelloFresh without sacrificing flavor, so you can continue to maintain your goals. And so y'all, for the meal that I ended up cooking today, I actually cooked it earlier in the day before I went to work. It was so amazing. Like I said in the beginning, I was so excited to try a new meal, and full transparency, so for this one, I ordered just like a couple of servings for Matt and I ate my serving before I went to work. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I ate his serving when I came home. It was so good. I told him, I said, you know what? You're going to get the next one. That's all good, but I'm going to have to just dip in. I'm just going to go all for it. And here's the thing, like I said, with HelloFresh, I feel good doing that because I know what's in it. I know the calories, and I know that I can do that and maintain my goals and keep going. They make it so easy to do all of this, and they make it fun, and they keep the flavor popping. So go ahead and give it a try. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code ReportingLiveFromMySofa16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code ReportingLiveFromMySofa16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Okay, so we're going to start off with a clip in the saga, if you will. And this is pretty, much sums up how Diane came at Ann Rule throughout this interview. Of course, Diane Downs does not like her, and she makes this very known. Okay, so you see she's constantly trying to discredit Anne, right? She's constantly trying to do this. And I mean, they will go toe to toe because, of course, you can tell by the audience's, reactions and things of this nature that the audience doesn't believe a word that Diane says. I mean, who does? It's hard to, right? But nonetheless, she just threads this in, and she does it with such confidence that it's absolutely baffling. Now, let's keep watching where this goes. Now, again, they're talking about Mr. Knickerbocker, and this is the man that she allegedly, did this crime, this heinous crime over. The guy who she was obsessed with all this stuff. And as you'll see in this clip, she constantly talks about refer to the transcript, do this, do that. So let's hear this.
Was successful in convicting Diane Downs.
Diane
They're doing great.
And that, if there was a silver lining to it, like I said, at least somebody who is loving the children has adopted them and gotten them away from that monster, right? And I hope that, I know she doesn't feel bad about that and that doesn't do anything to her, right? I would have no doubt that, and we know this will never happen, if there was some way that she ever got the children back in her care, she would, God only knows what would happen to them, right? Obviously, and now, this is so many years ago. This interview with Oprah and Anne Rule, and this was fascinating, right? I absolutely loved going through this because, again, if you follow me, I am fascinated by the psychological component to a lot of these cases. Not only watching the monsters behind them, but also the psychological dynamic of what moving on past life, right? When people are able to, when survivors survive, basically. And so when you sit here and you look at this and you're like, my God, these poor children, what would that be like to go through life like this? What would that be like to have to overcome this, right? It speaks to the human ability, the human brain, the human psyche, the human everything to be able to overcome monsters like Diane Down. My heart goes out to her children, and my heart goes out to all of the other victims that she has victimized in her life, in her peripheral, if you will, right? Because there's probably tons of them. God only knows who she continues to victimize, and I'm talking about like little minor things, like people she just traumatizes on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? She's just, as Oprah said, she's just not a nice person, right? And that doesn't just mean by killing, right? That's like the obvious worst thing, but she's just not a nice person. She just does horrible things. That's just plain and simple. So I'm gonna continue on. Let me know if you want me to keep going. And honestly, whether you want me to or not, I'm gonna keep going because I'm in it to win it at this point. I'm just curious to go to the next. So I guess really my main question is, what do you want me to do next? So there was this. I know that there was, I gotta keep going through this. I found some other clips of like family members and stuff. What I mean by that is like there's an interview with her husband or the father of the children who was saying, she's crappy. I know there's the audio, but I don't know if I can get access to it, of her most recent parole hearing. But then I know there's like older stuff of an older parole hearing that I would love to go through. And maybe that's what I'll do next. I'm thinking out loud. But I also love seeing Anne Rule. This is really the first time I've ever watched Anne Rule. You know what I'm saying? Anne Rule. I didn't know. She's totally different than what I expected. She has such a motherly vibe. So much of, if you read her Ted Bundy book and how she described her relationship with Ted Bundy, it makes so much more sense now to me seeing her, and I can see this motherly vibe, and how she described like her and Ted Bundy's connection, and I get it now, seeing her, seeing the energy that she has, how she talks, the whole 9 yards, right? I'm like, okay, got it, right? And it's also so interesting to see her sitting, like not across, but you know what I'm saying, from the TV or whatever, the energy levels, all that, from Diane Downs, right? Completely opposite energies, right? Here Diane Downs is this monster, and then here Anne Rule is this like sweet little lady, right? Wonderful writer, wonderful storyteller, if I've said in my other videos. So that's it. I appreciate everyone being here. Drop some hearts for Diane's victims, for all the victims that we talk about here at the Sofa Squad. Also, Roscoe's not here. He's he's still in the bed. But drop him some little doggy paws and throw some sofas if you're still watching. For the damn sofa, please. But anyways, thank you everybody for making the channel possible. I really appreciate it. Again, it wouldn't be here without you. And thank you, Sofa Squad, for, well, being the damn Sofa Squad. Anyways, until the next time, I'll see you back here at this damn sofa. And until the next time, well, I'll see you real soon.